I'm going to rebuild the team without drafting. I have 5 years to turn this team into Stanley Cup champs. And when I say no drafting, that includes the fantasy draft. So I'm letting the AI take care of that. Headlining our team from the fantasy draft is Barkov, Landeskog, and William Nylander. So clearly, we're not winning this season. This team's a long ways away from competing with the best in the league. But first, we got to make a few moves. Ristolainen, I'm saying new to Philly for a third and a fourth. A first, a prospect, and a third off to Toronto for Aaron Ekblad. And then I'm getting his defensive partner in Shea Theodore for a second and a first. Vakanainen, I'm giving you a 3-year extension at $1.7 million per. And then a third, a fourth, and a fifth is off to Jersey for Pius Suter. With those moves made, I'm going to simulate through the first 10 games and we'll see how we look. Through the first 10, we're looking average with a 5-4-1 record. And over the next 15, we were slightly better, going 9-6, so we're currently sitting at a 14-10-1 record. Through 50 games, we're looking not too bad. 28-19-3, second in the Pacific and 12th in the entire league. Barkov's currently leading the way with 15 goals, 27 assists for 42 points. William Nylander's not too far behind with 38 points, consisting of 13 goals and 25 helpers, while Gabriel Landeskog is going to round out the top 3 with 17 goals and 20 assists for 37 points. Aaron Ekblad's currently leading the defense with 5 goals and 26 assists for 31 points, while Peterson's picked up 23 wins with a .907 save percentage and a .277 goals against. Before we simulate to the trade deadline, I gotta make a few moves. A third, Saad and Lambos is off to Washington for Jesper Bratt, and then Middlestad, a fourth and a seventh is going to the Avs for Eric Holla, and then McNabb, a fourth and a fifth off to the Rangers for Shillington. And Jesper Bratt, I'm also going to give you a 5-year extension at $5.8 million per. With those moves in the book, we'll simulate over to the trade deadline and see how this team's looking. Over the next 10 games, we are looking great with a 7-3 record, but I don't think this team's just ready to go all in, so I'm not going to make any trades here. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 47-30-5 record, second in the Pacific and 8th in the entire league. Jesper Bratt led the way, 36 goals and 39 assists for 75 points, while Barkov's picking up 21 goals and 38 assists for 59 points. And Landeskog, he's going to round out the top 3, 28 goals and 29 assists for 57 points. Ekblad's leading the defense with 49 points, consisting of 8 goals and 41 assists, while Peterson's picking up 35 wins with a .909 save percentage and a .264 goals against. Leading the entire league is Nathan MacKinnon, 45 goals and 66 helpers for 111 points, while Aho's picking up 40 goals and 64 assists for 104 points. And Alexander Ovechkin, he's rounding out the top 3 with 48 goals and 46 assists for 94 points. Cale Makar's leading the defense, 14 goals and 69 assists for 83 points, while Carey Price is back in his prime. He's picking up 48 wins with a .921 save percentage and a .232 goals against. In the first round, we're going to be taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. 2 Lysell goals are helping Vegas take Game 1. A 5-0 lead's too much to overcome, and the Sharks are evening the series. Game 3 was a close one, but San Jose is going to come out on top 5-3. A Tatar OT winner in Game 4 is going to even the series once again at 2 games apiece. 4 third-period goals is enough to complete the comeback, and the Sharks are 1 game away from the second round. In Game 6, Vegas isn't going to go down easy, as a Backlund OT winner is forcing Game 7. And in Game 7, 3 unanswered in the third isn't enough, and the Sharks are off to the second round. In the second round, we're going to take on the Calgary Flames. A Landeskog OT winners allowing the Sharks to take Game 1 2-1. The Flames are evening this series in Game 2 with a 4-2 win. 4 unanswered from the Sharks is going to put us up 2 games to 1, but once again, Calgary is able to even the series with the help of a late goal from Dadonov. Game 5 was a close one, but San Jose is able to come out on top 2-1, and in Game 6, Shea Theodore scoring the OT winner, and we're off to the conference finals. In the conference finals, we're going to match up with the Nashville Predators. Nashville is going to open the conference finals with a 4-2 Game 1 win. Peterson's responding in Game 2 with a 34 save shutout to even the series. Landeskog is going to score the lone third period goal to put the Sharks up 2 games to 1, and then a 3-0 lead's too much to overcome, and that's putting us 1 game away from the Stanley Cup final. However, the Preds aren't ready to fold as they're going to take Game 5 2-1, and then 8 goals in Game 6 from Nashville is forcing Game 7. In Game 7, San Jose is going to come out on top, and we're off to the Stanley Cup final thanks to the help of 2 Kachev goals. So here we are, the Stanley Cup final. I wasn't expecting this. I'm going to keep it 100. I have no clue how we got here, but since we're here, we might as well win. 2 third period goals are helping the Sharks take Game 1 4-3. Florida's responding in Game 2 with 2 goals from Patty Kane. Once again, 2 third period goals is going to put us up 2 games to 1, but in Game 4, Florida's starting to take over as they're winning 6-4. Then in Game 5, 2 Patrick Kane goals is going to put us on the brink of elimination, and in Game 6, 8 goals from the Panthers is more than enough, and they're eliminating the San Jose Sharks. Personally, I think we overperformed this season, but I think this is a good sign for what's to come with this team. Barkov led the way with 12 goals and 16 assists for 28 points, while Patrick Kane dominated in the postseason, 40 points consisting of 21 goals and 19 assists. And Thatcher Demko, he's going to be our Stanley Cup winning goaltender, 15 wins with a .908 save percentage and a .286 goals against. Taking a look at the draft lottery results, Washington's jumping from 4-1. We had 3 picks in the upcoming draft, but we got to trade them. So the 63rd overall is going to Montreal for a future 3rd and a 4th. The 191st overall is going to the Leafs for a 7th and Donskoy, who's on an expiring deal, so we won't bring him back next season. And the 223rds off to the Bruins, but we're getting a player on an expiring deal, so I was basically just getting rid of this draft pick. Taking a look at extensions, Kachev's getting 3 years at $950K, Brandstrom's getting 3 years at $5 million, Peterson's off to the Ducks for a 4th and a 7th, Drieger in a 4th is off to Arizona. This is mainly a capped up move. Kemper's coming here on a 4-year deal worth $5.2 million, Shillington's sticking around on a 5-year deal worth just over $4 million per, Comrie's coming here for $1.3 million per year for 1 season, Pius Suter's getting $3.5 million per year for 2 years, Texier's getting $2.2 for 2 years, and our final move is sending Eric Hollett to the Kings for Kubalik and Maligan. Last season, I know we overperformed, but this season, I'm expecting us to do big things. So let's go out there and see what we can do. Through the first 10, we're looking great with a 7-3 record, and over the next 15, things were looking great, 10-5, and we're currently sitting at a 17-8-0 record. Through 50 games, we're elite. 33-16-1, first in the Pacific and first in the entire league. No one can stop us. Barkov's leading the way, 17 goals and 28 assists for 45 points. Nylander's got 14 goals and 26 assists for 40 points. Aaron Ekblad's tied with Nylander for 40 points, consisting of 13 goals and 27 assists, and that also means he's leading the defense. And Kemper, he's picking up 20 wins with a .903 save percentage and a .275 goals a game. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate up to the trade deadline, and I'll probably make a few moves because I think this team has the potential to win a Stanley Cup. Over the next 14 games, I'm completely wrong. We went 4-7-3, so we got to change it up. Wagner, I'm sending you to Ottawa for a 3rd and a 4th. Maligan, you're going to the Ducks for a 3rd and a 4th, and then a 2nd, 2/3, and a 6th is going to the Leafs for Chinnikov and Nolan Patrick. I'm going to make one more move, and that's going to send 3 7ths to Vancouver for Donskoy, and this time he'll actually get to play for us. So with those moves in the book, we'll simulate over to the end of the season and see how we finish. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 49-27-6 record, 3rd in the Pacific and 5th in the entire league, so we were in a pretty loaded division. Barkov's leading the way, 30 goals and 44 helpers for 74 points. Nylander's picking up 68 points, consisting of 26 goals and 42 helpers, while Jesper Bratt's going to round out the top 3 with 24 goals and 39 assists for 63 points. Ekblad was tied with Jesper Bratt while leading the defense, 63 points, consisting of 20 goals and 43 assists, while Darcy Kemper's picking up 32 wins with a .902 save percentage and a .276 goals against. Nathan McKinnon's leading the entire league with 115 points, consisting of 41 goals and 74 assists, while Phil Forsberg's not too far behind with 107 points, consisting of 40 goals and 67 assists, and Alexander Ovechkin, he's going to round out the top 3 once again, 57 goals and 49 assists for 106 points. Cale Makar's leading the defense, 12 goals and 61 assists for 73 points, while Marc-Andre Fleury picks up 46 wins with a .920 save percentage and a .235 goals against. In the first round, once again, we're going to be taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. San Jose's dominating game 1 with 7 goals. 2 Landeskog goals is allowing the Sharks to take a 2-0 series lead, then a 5-3 win is going to put Vegas on the brink of being swept, and in game 4, the Sharks are completing the sweep and we're off to the next round. In the second round, we're going to take on the Seattle Kraken. A 20 save shutout from Kemper is giving us game 1. No one can stop the Sharks as they're going to take their 6th straight 4-2. And then in game 3, 3 unanswered is going to put the Kraken on the brink of elimination. Seattle finally has an answer as they're going to take game 4 4-1 and game 5 with the help of an OT winner from Connor McDavid. San Jose decided to stop messing around in game 6 as they're going to take it 3-1. So we've reached the conference finals and we're taking on the Minnesota Wild. 2 Kapanen goals including the OT winners giving the Wild game 1. Minnesota continues to roll, taking game 2 with the help of 3 unanswered. 6 goals is more than enough and the Sharks are pushed to the brink of elimination. And in game 4, the Sharks are being destroyed by 8 goals and we're getting swept. I'm going to keep this stacked. That was a tough way to go out, but I know we'll bounce back. Barkov led the way with 4 goals and 17 assists for 21 points, while Nathan McKinnon's picking up 15 goals and 19 assists for 34 points. And Marc-Andre Fleury, he's picking up 16 wins with a .923 save percentage and a .229 goals against. Before we head over to the draft lottery, Chinnikov, I'm giving you a 3-year extension at $2 million per. Taking a look at the draft lottery, the Jets are going to jump from 2-1. We had 1 pick in the draft, but I'm sending it to Nashville for a future 4th and 7th. And then Kubalik, you're off to Florida for a 5th and a 7th. Nylander, you're getting a 7-year extension at $8.2 million per. Texier, you're going to Montreal for a 2nd and a 5th. Holla, I'm bringing you back on a 2-year deal worth $2.5 million. Radulov, you're going to get 1 year at $1.8. And then Nolan Patrick, I qualified you as an RFA and you're accepting that offer, so welcome back to the team. Heading into year 3, I think we're looking better, but if we don't win a cup this season, I'm making big changes. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 16k subs by the end of the month, and I can't do that if you don't sub. And drop a like. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video. Through the first 10, we're looking fantastic with an 8-2 record, and over the next 15, we weren't too bad with a 10-5 record, so we're sitting at an 18-7 record. Through 50 games, we're looking great, 31-15-4, 2nd in the Pacific and 6th in the entire league. Barkov's leading the way with 60 points, consisting of 31 goals and 29 assists, while Nylander's picking up 20 goals goals and 33 assists for 53 points. And rounding out the top 3, it's none other than Gabriel Landeskog, 15 goals and 28 assists for 43 points. Currently leading the defense once again is Shea Theodore, 5 goals and 28 assists for 33 points, while Darcy Kuemper is picking up 27 wins with a .906 save percentage and a .256 goals against. So heading towards the trade deadline, we gotta make some moves because we gotta get this team over the hump. Over the next 13 games, we definitely struggled going 5, 6, and 2. So I'm gonna send Landeskog along with a second to Pittsburgh for a first and 2 prospects, and then Gunther Patrick, a 5th and a 6th is off to Ottawa for Svechnikov, Fast, and a 4th. I feel like the additional scoring of Svechnikov is definitely going to help this team, but I guess we won't know till the end of the season. When the season finished, we're finishing with a 48, 27, and 7 record, 2nd in the Pacific and 7th in the entire league. Barkov's leading the way, 36 goals and 40 helpers for 76 points, while Nylander's picking up 27 goals and 46 assists for 73 points. And Svechnikov, he's going to round out the top 3 with 69 points, consisting of 25 goals and 44 helpers. Theodore's leading the defense once again, 13 goals and 41 assists for 54 points, while Kemper's picking up 38 wins with a .907 save percentage and 260 goals against. Leading the entire league in points is Elias Pettersson, 29 goals and 73 assists for 102 points. Draisaitl is not too far behind with 99 points, consisting of 50 goals and 49 assists, while Braden Point's going to round out the top 3 with 96 points, consisting of 21 goals and 71 assists. Once again, Cale Makar is leading all defensemen, that shouldn't be a surprise, 13 goals and 59 assists for 72 points, while Jack Campbell's picking up 45 wins with a .920 save percentage and 236 goals against. In the first round, we're going to take on the Seattle Kraken. A Stützle OT winner is going to give Seattle game 1. Svechnikov's potting a hat trick in game 2, and that's going to help us even the series. A 32 save shutout from Kemper's putting us up 2 games to 1. Game 4 was a close one, but Seattle's coming out on top 2-1. San Jose tried to fight back in game 5, but Seattle was just the better team, and they're coming out on top 3-1. But the Sharks aren't ready to fold, as they're going to dominate game 6 with 6 goals to force game 7. And in game 7, after having a 2-0 lead, the Kraken are fighting back with 3 unanswered to eliminate San Jose. When the playoffs came to an end, the Minnesota Wild are Stanley Cup champions, but it's time to make some big moves. Brat, you did your thing, 5 goals and 5 assists for 10 points, while Crosby led all postseason scorers with 14 goals and 14 assists for 28 points. And Rob Leonard, you're hoisting the cup with 16 wins with a .926 save percentage and 236 goals against. Taking a look at the draft lottery results, Boston's getting the first overall pick. So we have quite a few picks to move, so you better get comfy, because I'm making a bunch of moves. Barkov, you did great things here, but we gotta shake up the team. Plus, I gotta free up some cap space. So you're off to the Jets for Kemmel, Wallstrom, a 1st and a 2nd. Parenko, a 1st, a 3rd, and a 4th is going to Dallas for Danault, a 2nd and a 3rd. 3 4ths, a 5th, and a 7th is going to Detroit for a 2nd. Then 2 7ths is going to the Ducks for a 7th. Tovanen, I'm going to give you a 2-year extension at $6.1 million. Wallstrom, you're getting 2 years at 1.3. Suter, a 2nd and a 3rd is going to Columbus for Dylan Strome. Ekblad, you're getting a 6-year extension at $9.25 million. Brandstrom, you're getting an 8-year extension at $8.7 million. A 1st and a 3rd is going to Columbus for Zaka, and then 2/3 is going to the Canucks for Soderstrom. And to finish it all off, Braden Holtby's coming here on a 1-year deal worth $800K. So I feel like this might be our best chance to win. Next season, we're going to run into a lot of salary cap problems, so it might be do or die for this team. And before we sim 10 games, Theodore, I'm giving you a 4-year extension at 8.5. Through the first 10, we're looking pretty solid with an 8-1-1 record. And over the next 15, we dominated 12-2-1, and we're currently sitting at a 23-2 record. Through 50 games, we're unstoppable. 36-9-5, 1st in the Pacific and 1st in the entire league. Jesper Bratt's leading the way, 14 goals and 33 assists for 47 points, while Svechnikov's picking up 21 goals and 22 helpers for 43 points. And William Nylander, he's tied with 43 points, consisting of 17 goals and 26 assists. Of course, Shea Theodore's leading the defense, 14 goals and 24 assists for 38 points, and Darcy Kuemper, he's picking up 31 wins with a .919 save percentage and a 237 goals against. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate up to the trade deadline, and I might not make any moves. So far, this team's rolling, so unless we fall apart in the next 12 games, I might stick with what we have. Over the next 12 games, we're looking just fine with a 9-3 record, so I'm not making any trades. So we'll simulate to the end of the season and see how we finish. When the season came to an end, we're looking fantastic with a 57-18-7 record, 1st in the Pacific and 1st in the entire league. Jesper Bratt's doing his thing, 27 goals and 48 assists for 75 points. William Nylander's picking up 26 goals and 46 assists for 72 points, while Shea Theodore rounds out the top 3 while leading our defense, 25 goals and 44 helpers for 69 points. Darcy Kuemper once again had a fantastic season, 42 wins with a .920 save percentage and 235 goals against. Leading the entire league in points is Sid the Kid with 97, consisting of 31 goals and 66 helpers, while Austin Matthews is picking up 49 goals and 47 helpers for 96 points. And Sebastian Aho, he's going to be tied with Matthews, consisting of 27 goals and 69 assists. Leading all defensemen is going to be Shea Theodore, but we already know his numbers. And Darcy Kuemper, he's leading all goaltenders in wins, but we already know his numbers. Spurs. In the first round, we're going to take on the Anaheim Ducks. A Kemper 18 save shutouts giving us game 1. Anaheim's able to respond in game 2, winning a close one 2-1. 3 straight goals from McKinnon isn't enough, and the Sharks are stealing game 3. The Ducks are able to respond once again though with an OT win from Phillips to even the series. A goal with less than a minute left from Zach is going to put us 1 game away from the next round, and in game 6, a 28 save shutout from Kemper is sending us to the next round. In round 2, we're going to take on the Vegas Golden Knights. A Svechnikov hat-trick is giving us game 1. Game 2 is a close one, but the Sharks are coming out on top 4-2. Vegas is able to hold off a late push from the Sharks as they're taking game 3 5-4. Through an answer from the Sharks is putting us 1 game away from the conference finals, but Vegas isn't ready to fold as they're going to take game 5 5-2. And in game 6, a late goal from Deneau is allowing us to advance to the next round. In the conference finals, we're taking on the former champs in the Minnesota Wild. San Jose is taking an important game 1 3-2. The Wild answered in game 2 with an OT winner from Riley Smith. A 3-0 lead's more than enough, and the Sharks are taking a 2-1 series lead. 3 unanswered from Minnesota is allowing them to even the series at 2 games apiece, but 2 cylinder goals is going to put the Sharks on the brink of elimination in game 5. In game 6, San Jose is not going down easy. They're going to dominate from start to finish in order to force game 7, and in game 7, a 5-1 lead's too much to overcome, and we're headed back to the Stanley Cup final. In the Cup final, we're taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit dominates game 1, resulting in a 9-3 victory. Luckily, the Sharks are able to bounce back with a 6-goal game. 3 third-period goals aren't enough from the Sharks, and Detroit takes a 2-1 series lead. 2 goals from both Zacha and Frederick are helping San Jose even the series. 3 first-period goals are enough, and San Jose is putting themselves 1 game away from hoisting the Stanley Cup. And in game 6, another Kemper shutout winning us the Stanley Cup. Leading all postseason scorers was Shea Theodore with 27 points, consisting of 5 goals and 22 assists, and Darcy Kemper, he's going to be our Stanley Cup winning goaltender, 16 wins with a 908 save percentage and a 267 goals against. The biggest thing I noticed with not drafting anyone, it makes it way harder to manage the cap, because you don't have a bunch of players at like 82, 83 overall on 900k deals. Like, you got to pay these guys $2 million, so it gets a lot tougher.